What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina if you guys are new. So today I decided that I'll give you guys a review on a foundation that I used to love, and it is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Balance foundation, which is these two right here. And they came out with these, and honestly I thought they were like just foundation sticks, but they're actually foundation sticks to use in case you have like any oil, or whenever you apply like full coverage makeup, and let's say your face starts to get oily. This is what helps kind of like blur out that effect and kind of keep it matte so your face doesn't get all greasy. But I thought it was a foundation stick, and I used it for the very first time when I started out trying on makeup. And believe it or not, I actually loved it, and I got like compliments. After a while I used it, but then I stopped using it because I still would get a feel on makeup, so I wasn't like there yet. It took me like maybe about 4 years later on that I started to get into makeup a little bit more. But long story short, I'm going to be reviewing them, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on how they apply and how they wear out throughout the day. But if you guys want to learn how to get this look, then just stay tuned. By the way, this video is not sponsored, just in case if anyone asks. Bit of moisturizer today. I'm not gonna add any glow primer that I usually use. I don't want to use any full coverage at all because I practice with my daughter soccer, so I want this to last, but I don't want this to, you know, grease up on me, because the weather here in Atlanta, it's like bipolar. So one day it can be cold, and then the next, like later on in the afternoon, it'll get like hot. And moisturize, but natural as possible. So I applied my Clinique, as you guys already know, moisturizer, and I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of the Master Prime, and hopefully this kind of keeps my foundation in place, because mind you, this is a creamy texture, so it may move around, but that's why I'm just gonna use this primer so that it stays in place throughout the day. And once I go on the whole day wearing it, I will give you guys my final review on this foundation stick. With the Fit Me foundation in 220, this foundation's a little bit lighter than my complexion, but this was the only one that they had available. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix both of the colors, that way they kind of match. And as you see, I'm just swiping like just one or twice, because it's not as full coverage, but you get the coverage you need. Like, you don't have to excessively do the most, so you just only need a little bit, because like I said, a little goes a long way. And I'm just gonna blend that with my finger. When I first tried out this foundation, like I said, when I wasn't really a fan of makeup back then, I didn't have a sponge. They didn't have these sponge out yet. They only had brushes, and at the time I didn't really care for makeup. So when I first tried this foundation, I used my fingers to apply it, because since it was a creamy base, I really didn't need a brush or a sponge to blend this out, because I knew this was gonna blend evenly. I knew I was gonna just wipe it off. So you see the difference on how it looked before and now. So I'm just gonna use a little bit here on the areas where I don't want any dark spots showing, especially around my eye area. So I'm just gonna go over that and just blend with my fingers. And if you don't want to use your fingers, if you have a thing where you just feel like it's just unsanitary to you, then by all means go for the brush or your sponge. Like, you don't have to do what I'm doing. This is just an option, and this is what I used to use in 2013. I want to add some concealer, but I'm not, because when to just apply this, I never added anything else but just that. So I'm just gonna leave it, but I am gonna put maybe a tad bit of powder, and I'm gonna use the Mineralized Skin Finish in Natural by MAC, and I'm using medium tan, and I'm just gonna go with this Real Techniques brush, and I'm not gonna use a whole lot. I'm just only gonna apply just a little bit so that this lasts me maybe for about 7 hours, and hopefully once the day goes by, I'll be able to tell if it lasted long or if I started to see any creasing. So that's about it. And now I'm just gonna add a little gloss because I want to be extra, and I'm gonna use my Essence Shine Shine Shine. I would normally do my brows, but I don't think I need to. Not today. Alright, so I am going to use a little bit high cheeks bone, and I'm just dotting it. And mind you, this is like almost the same as my skin complexion in a way. It's a little bit tan, but that's because like it's still in the cold season. So I'm just gonna apply that, and then I'm gonna add some powder. I just leave this on for the whole day, and I will give you guys my final thoughts. So later on today, I will show you guys my final opinion and thoughts on it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later on. Alright, you guys, so I am back to give you guys the final review, and today I will have to say that so far it has played its part, but I do start to notice that even with it being something, a blur foundation as we speak, I do notice that in some areas I've started to get a little shiny, but that's because it's just my normal oils, which is not a bad thing. But on top of all of that, I didn't realize that as soon as I had to go and practice with my daughter, I instantly added some SPF that I normally put before foundation or anything in general. I ended up forgetting that I had already the foundation on my face, and once I applied it, it was already too late. So I was kind of disappointed, but I mean, I will have to say I put it on top, but it really didn't do that much of a damage, because I mean, it still looks good, just that my oils did come out. But I mean, I'm not mad at it because it still gave me like my natural finish. So this is nothing bad. Like, I honestly feel like it gave me much of a little bit more of a tan look, versus when some products, they make things and cakey, and this one still looks like my skin, because as you can see, it's still there, but I mean, you can't really see the full coverage of the foundation. So with that being said, if I had to rate it, I 6 to 7, just because since I applied the SPF, it kind of disturbed a little bit of the foundation. And to be honest, I really like the look, because this would be something, if I didn't have any makeup on, I would still feel comfortable with, because me being a parent, I don't like to wear a lot on some cases, especially when I have to be in a hurry, or on some days where I just want to relax. So this one here wasn't a bad choice, and I really liked it a lot, so I'll probably be using it. Just won't use SPF on top of my foundation. That's the mistake I made. It's just sometimes I tend to forget. But overall, a 7 I would give it. But I mean, hey, if you want to wear it for like 7 hours or 5 hours, or just to clean up in some parts of your face where it has a little bit of oils, you can do that and it'll still give you like a nice blurring effect, but it still will keep it natural. That's all that I have for today. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. See you guys on my next video. God bless you. And that's it. See you guys next time. Bye.